Alright, so this is a pretty common thing that I see happen a lot. I've got a lot of videos in the past about reverse dieting, and every once in a while I'll get a question or a statement, I should say, in one of those videos that says, I went ahead and I reversed and then I went to cut and it made no difference. I saw absolutely no results. I couldn't lose fat. I was just as stuck as I was before. So what I'll always do is I'll say, well, how long did you reverse? How long did you hold those higher calories? And it almost always is like, well, three weeks, a month, 5 weeks, or just something, a really short amount of time. And I'm telling you guys, especially if you're someone who's got a very long history of dieting, you've done very extreme dieting in the past, it takes a long time for your metabolic rate to change and to get to a better position where it's actually going to make a real difference. You can't just go into it for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks and expect to make a significant difference. Now, it's one thing if you've been dieting for a while and you kind of plateaued for a while, but you just want to take like a diet break for a little bit and then go back into a diet phase again, then sure, yeah, it might help to just kind of get out of a deficit for a little bit. But when we're talking about somebody with a extreme history of dieting, yo-yo dieting, and starvation diets and all this type of stuff, and you're trying to get yourself into a position where you're trying to improve your metabolic rate, get to a better position where you can actually lose weight, you have to reverse for a very long time. I cannot put an exact time frame on this, but just I can tell you that it's going to be long. It's going to be several months. It could be a year. It could be a year and a half. Hell, it could be 2 years. It really depends on a lot of things. But it's a very slow process and you have to be extremely patient. I can't stress that enough. You can't just do it for a little bit and then jump back and expect things to work. Your body is so adaptive to those lower calories that it's going to basically think that that's the norm. And just because you came out for a little bit doesn't mean it just let down its guard and it's like, okay, let's go. No, it's going to protect against starvation. That's what it's doing. It's doing its job. So keep that in mind. So if you have a really long history, if you've done it for a long time, take several months, take 6 months, take a year, and stay in that kind of small surplus maintenance, reverse dieting phase. Give your body time to adapt. And I can basically sum it up this way. You cannot reverse diet too long. It's not possible, but you can sure as hell not do it long enough. And that's where the real risk becomes, because if you go through a reverse diet and you don't give it enough time and then you go back to cut again, your body's not going to respond. It's not going to lose fat. You're not going to see the results, but all that happens is now you've gone back down to those low calories again, and now you got to start over. So if you reverse for 3 months and it's not time and you cut too fast and it doesn't work, guess what? You start at day one again. So you got to do those 3 months again, and then some to give yourself enough time. So really be patient. I cannot stress this enough. Be patient, give it time, make sure that you're good and adapted to higher calories and you hold it for a super long time. Then you can be more aggressive and go through the cutting phase and things should respond better. But you can't just jump into it real quick and then jump back out and expect it to work. So hopefully that helps. Any questions, as always, drop them in the comments below and I will see you guys later.
I'm addicted to the love that you're giving. Every minute, every day I've been craving.